Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is I, Cash Bunny, and today I have a special video for you. I have a Q&A, some of the questions that you guys have asked me on Instagram, and I'm super excited to answer them because I feel like a lot of these questions, one, I get a lot, and then two, I think you guys are just really curious about like my career and like what I do for work, and so we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty today. I'm super excited. Okay, so the first question I have is, would you date a follower? And actually I feel like not a lot of people know this because I don't really tell people, honestly, is I actually did date one of my subscribers a long time ago. Yeah, that was a while ago. I don't think I was like opposed to it or anything. I know a lot of girls are, but I don't think I'm like super opposed to it. It was like early in my career and he was like one of my very first subscribers, and so like I think the connection was like a little bit different, you know, and so yeah, I don't think it was like a bad thing, honestly. A lot of other girls would say different. They'll be like, oh, I could never date a sub. And I totally get it. Like, you definitely want like a separation of like, this is work and this is like personal life, you know. But for me, I don't think I'd be opposed to it, honestly. What is my dream collab? Whew, oh my gosh, there's so many amazing people in this industry that I really want to work with. I think that I've actually worked with the majority of the people that I've always wanted to work with, like Desi XO, what a queen! She is absolutely amazing, the kindest, sweetest little soul you'll ever meet. Yeah, I've already worked with her and she's great, but I've been looking up to her like ever since like I even started content creation myself, you know, and so it's really nice that I was actually able to like grow as a creator and then meet the people that inspired me. What's your favorite cosplay that you have done? Honestly, I feel like there's so many cosplays that I want to do. I'm not really like too much a cosplayer, you know. I definitely love being a clown. Being a clown is the most like fun thing ever, but that's not really a cosplay. That's like my clown zona. I think my favorite cosplay has been Velma. And I was Velma for Ecchi Fiesta, this anime convention that I was a special guest for, and it was so fun. I think that like I just fit Velma like super well. I felt like so hot being Velma. It was great. Somebody asked, what color is it? Bruh. Come find out. Come find out. If you really want to know, you're gonna have to come find out. Does size matter? I don't know, honestly. Oof. I actually don't think that it does, because I think like scientifically, like this is gonna get a little bit R-rated now, but the G-spot is like 3 inches inside of a woman's like intimate area. And so like I think like you don't have to do much. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, extremely long, right? To, like, hit the G-spot, unless you're under 3 inches or so. So, that'd be kind of sad. I think just based off of science, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure if this is true, but I think based off of science, size does not matter, unless you're 3 inches below. What are the pros and cons of working in this industry? There are so many pros and so many cons. I definitely think that joining this industry, I did not fully understand like what the cons are, you know, so I'm glad that this question came up. Let's start with the pros. I make good money. I'm able to support myself. Could be making more, obviously, but I'm able to support myself. I live independently now, and that's a blessing, you know. I've made so many amazing friends through this industry, like so many amazing friends. I think people who work in this industry, honestly, so much more open than people who don't work in the industry. Like, they're less judgmental. They want to look out for you, because I feel like this industry can also be very hard on people. And so, like, it's a girl's world. Like, this is a girl's girl, like, job, you know? This is, like, one of the only fields where women really dominate, right? And so The girls are always looking out for each other. Amazing people. Obviously, like, if you don't, I'm very lucky to have been able to be at least a little bit successful. Obviously, I'm not making like $1 million a month or something like some other girls. I wish that was me. I am thankful that I am at least a little bit blessed to get by and have some extra money to invest in my plushies. But yeah, I know like most girls who like first start off, like you're not making much. I think like the average amount that a girl makes off of, am I allowed to say that? OF? Makes like 200 a month or like even less, like $80 a month. And so it's definitely a lot about how much you're willing to put into marketing, because that is the biggest factor of like this career, I would say. Like you have to put your entire pussy into it, okay? Like you have to make content like 2-3 times a week, you know, post daily, like get your fans involved, like create a fan base is what you essentially have to do. And then like you have to keep on growing and growing, you know, because let's be real, with subs and stuff, like they kind of like, they might subscribe for a month, go on to the next girl the next day, you know, like you're always having to get in new traffic and new people to your account, and like that's the most difficult part. Some of the cons in the industry, I would say, is that it can be toxic. Definitely not all the girls are the most friendly. There's a lot of girls who are very cutthroat. They basically think that you're stealing their subs. They think that, oh, this girl's better than me, I should report her content. Like, there's some crazy shit that happens. Like, there's a lot of, like, even though it could be a girls' girl world, you have to find the girls, you know? There's, like, definitely a lot of creators out there who, like, are very cutthroat, and they don't want you to succeed, you know? Another con, I would say, is that this industry is kind of, like, very unregulated. Like, I don't think there's like that many, there's not a lot of knowledge about like OF and like what goes into it, right? And like how much work there is. There's like toxic managers, there's people who want to exploit you. There's all these different things that can lead to just like exploiting the woman. It's like very, very sad. Or the creator, because you could be a man too. It was crazy, but I left. But there was like this team that essentially started like posting my nudes online when I never wanted that to happen, you know? So they were posting it online without my consent, and I was so sad, because I was just like, I never wanted this to happen, you know? And so that kind of made me want to scale back with my content and do a little bit less explicit stuff, because I was just like, that was out online forever now, and that's kind of sad. Another con about the industry is that there are men who subscribe just to buy content and then sell it on Telegram group chats. It is literally illegal, okay? It is illegal. You're not allowed to do that, okay? When you subscribe to my page, it literally says, by subscribing, you consent that you cannot distribute my content, because it is literally illegal. But these dudes literally make businesses from selling girls, like, content and stuff like that through illegal channels, like on Telegram and stuff, you know? And I think that's like absolutely so hurtful. One, because it's my work and someone's profiting off of it and getting paid for it, and I get nothing, you know? So that is like a huge con. Another con is that, honestly, ever since like I started to become like an OF girl or whatever, there's a lot of people who will treat you differently. For sure, there's people who will treat you like you're a slut. You know, they'll slut shame you, do all this stuff, and honestly, like, it is very hurtful. Even though, like, I remember there was an instance where I was super friendly with this group of girls. I never had any ill intentions towards them or anything, and then obviously they find out that I do OF, right? And then suddenly they start thinking, oh, she's after my man, she's trying to like go after my man, like blah blah blah. And I was like, I would never. First of all, your man's ain't even cute. Second of all, he ain't my type, you know? And so I was just like, I would never, ever try to like go after like a girl's man. but because they kind of labeled me as like a slut and as a hoe and whatever, you know, they kind of like then started to create this image of me in their head that, oh, this girl's an OF girl, she is like hypersexual or whatever, which I'm completely not hypersexual at all. But yeah, that was definitely a con. People are gonna think bad of you. They're gonna think that you do some crazy shit. That is definitely a con. People are gonna think bad of you even if you have a good heart, and yeah, that's unfortunate. That really sucks. Another con I would say is that relationships are hard. Like, dating world and stuff is very hard because obviously some guys, I think again with this whole like thinking bad of you, will think that like, oh, she's an OF girl, like I'm gonna be able to fuck tonight. And it's like, no, like still take me out on a date. I still want to have like be courted. Okay, I want to be courted. I want to be treated like a lady. And some of these guys are just trying to hit. And that is not my vibe at all. Like, take me out on a date first, you know? So that's another con. Like, dating can be hard. How much do you make as an OF creator? Oh my gosh, guys, I am not even going to answer that because, one, asking a woman of how much she makes is not nice. I don't make like a crazy amount, as I said, like some other creators do. I wish I was on that level, but I still consider myself as like a smaller creator because like I'm not on that level yet. I wish I was, but definitely could be more, especially with how much like work that I put into my content. And then sometimes I only get like 10K views and I'm just like, okay, cool, you know, I wish I had like all this money and like be able to be like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna go on a private jet now. But honestly, I am not on that level. Hopefully one of these days I'll be able to. You'll know how much I be making when I get myself a private jet, guys, okay? How long do you plan on doing OF for? So, how long do I plan to do this for? Honestly, hopefully the rest of my life, because I'd really like to be able to do this for as long as I can. I honestly can't think about like another career path where I just have to take a selfie and then post it and then talk to people and have a good time. Like that's all. That's literally like all I do, and it's amazing. Like, I go out, film content, get to dress in a cute outfit, cute cosplay, you know, do my makeup, be adorable, post that on Instagram, and then I'm on my site, you know, like messaging all my amazing people who support me. Yeah, it's just awesome, like, and that's all I gotta do. Like, that is the best, you know? I hope that I can do it for the rest of my life, as long as I can would be great. Honestly, I have even thought of like doing this until like I'm a grandma, because I was like, you know what, granny porn. Or like, you know, those grannies can really edit, you know? Like, I've heard about them grandmas on the sites, and I think they're doing pretty well for themselves, you know? And so I get to be like cute e-girl to MILF to GILF. Like, that would be awesome. But we'll have to see like how long I'll obviously be able to do this for, but hopefully the rest of my life, because it's awesome and I love this career. It's like so fun. But yes, that is all of the questions that I have about the industry and like what I do. It's honestly a crazy world. For a girl, be very cautious about the people who you surround yourself with, but otherwise, like, it could be pretty great. It could be pretty freaking fun, you know? I hope that answers like all the questions that you guys have for me about what I do and stuff. If you guys have any other questions, please type them down below and I will try to answer them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Bye!